Me, hosted by Brent Fox. Today is gonna be one of those episodes. Yep. Um, I'm gonna start off by the famous or infamous. Usually I don't do this, but listen. Um, there of course was a fight card that I was not covering out of protest yesterday. That headlined Ryan Garcia against Rolly Ramiro. The co-feature was Devin Haney um, versus Jose Ramirez. I'm sorry, Jose. And then, of course, Teofimo Lopez versus Arnold Barboza. Now, there are some major contradictions, um, especially with the commentary of the worst possible kind. They somehow dug up the remains of Jim Lampley, um, who is known for making off color comments and somewhat insensitive remarks, especially regarding black fighters. Um, Antonio Tarver, whom I really, I'm really disappointed in, to be quite honest. Um, I'll get into why in just a few moments. And oh man, I think Mike Comforter was on there, and fortunately, he was the voice of reason for the most part, which is wild. Um, because Carpenter has been known to be wildly inaccurate. Please see the Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua fight that was supposed to be greenlit but never came about. Um, and then there were several other messages that he actually just kind of misfired on, but no one says anything about that. Um, but anyway, I'm just speaking as a boxing fan. Of course, I am not in the quote unquote rooms that you are in, and at this particular point, I don't know if I would like to be. Um, I enjoy I enjoy being a fan and having an opinion about what's going on, and that opinion being free and uninhibited from obligations from sponsors or things of that nature. So, you know, with that in mind, let's go ahead and get into it. So, with this particular fight card, the main fights started off with Teofimo Lopez versus Arnold Barboza. Teofimo Lopez put on a pretty good performance. Now, what I will say is that he used a lot of movement, and I'll get into that particular term in a bit. He used a lot of movement. He was able to outmaneuver Arnold Barboza. He landed effective punches, threw pretty good combinations. Barboza was just not able to keep up with Teofimo Lopez. Um, very important. Okay, very important phrase there, because we're going to revisit that here soon. So it was apparent that Teofimo Lopez, unfortunately for Arnold Barboza, was just levels above him as far as being able to box, maneuver, hit, and not get hit, things of that nature. Um, so even though he is a narcissistic, racist piece of blank, I will give him his credit. Um, that it's always required for black fight fans or black commentators or black anybody that has a love or passion for athletics. We have to always be fair, look at things unbiased. If we do not do that, then we're racist. Uh, on the other hand, we get stereotyped, um, talked too badly, and just basically overall mistreated by anybody with an opinion as well. A big blank you to Steve Kim now that I'm thinking about it. Steve Kim is a racist piece of trash that used to do reporting for ESPN. I don't know what dungeon he's dwelling in now, but hopefully, you know, hopefully someone slaps the out of you at a press conference. That is my wish and ill will towards you. Okay. And I mean that. I'm not one of these people that feel like, oh, I can say whatever I want on the internet, and then I'm gonna nut up when you see me in public. No, no. I'm a real person. I have real situations here, and I have real energy for something towards that. Gone are the days where you can just disrespect a black person and then there not be any repercussions. I know this is Trump's America or whatever, and that's all well and good. But I'm still not going to tolerate disrespect regardless of who's in charge. So know and understand that. And I'm again, I'm not one of these people that just talk on the internet and when things pop off, I'm gonna be apologetic and all of that. Nah, nah, nah. Mm-mm. I mean that. I really mean that. Anyway, getting back to it. Okay, so Teofimo Lopez, of course, outboxed Arnold Barboza. Pretty clear cut, unanimous decision, excuse me. And moving on towards the Devin Haney fight. Devin Haney nearly does the same thing that Teofimo Lopez does, only differently. Teofimo Lopez, when he was moving around, he was gyrating, dancing, throwing his hands up, putting on a show, and all of this other crap. Um, the commentary, especially Antonio Tarver, was just saying, "Oh man, the movement is just too much for Barboza. And, oh man, he's just moving real good, man. He's just moving real good, man. Yeah, man, he ought to be dancing for real. Ho ho ho, yeah, yeah, yeah." Devin Haney nearly does the same thing. He evades. He is evading Jose Ramirez's attacks. He is frustrating Ramirez and keeping him at bay with movement. Um, And Antonio Tarver from round one, I think it was 45 seconds into round one. I ain't seen him throw no jab yet. He ain't throwing no punches. He ain't throwing no punches. Man, his feet just don't look right. His feet don't look right. His feet don't look right. Something wrong, man. Something wrong. Something wrong with him. Something wrong with him. Something wrong with him. His feet ain't right. His feet ain't right. His feet ain't right. Okay. The same person that you praised just a fight ago for doing the same thing, he did the same thing. If you go back and look at the video for the fight, for Teofimo Lopez versus Arnold Barboza, and then also Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez, it is nearly identical as far as the movement that is being placed or displayed in each of their fights. Teofimo Lopez just moved differently and maybe was a little bit more entertaining as far as how he was moving. Um, Meanwhile, Devin Haney is actually keeping, excuse me, let me just rephrase that. Devin Haney masterfully nullified any attack Jose Ramirez was going to try to throw on him. Okay? He used his movement like he should, utilized well-timed punches like he should, set traps for Jose Ramirez like he should, and then eventually won like he should. Um, these people that are actually hypercritical of Devin and saying that, oh, this is a ghost of Ryan Garcia, and that's why he's moving so much. Why can't he have just learned from the last experience like any other intelligent human being and just took the knowledge from that situation and applied it in his next fight? I don't understand. I do understand what the double standard is as far as black fighters versus anybody else. Um, I simply don't understand why people like Antonio Tarver have to be so critical of other black fighters and then try and give a pass to other fighters like Ryan Garcia, who fought next. And I'll get into how he was actually, you know what, I'm going to just call it what it is. Tap Dancing Tarver, because that's his new nickname now. Tap Dancing Tarver. um, and you know what? I don't mind not associating with Antonio Tarver. I'm not gonna go out of my way to directly insult the man, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to try to get an autograph or shake his hand or no BS like that. That's not who I am. Okay? That is not who I am. Um, as a matter of fact, I'd rather die off principle than just live on constantly compromising myself. I really would. And I think that people really need to just try to figure out, you know, what their particular boundaries are. What will you say no to? Because if you say yes to everything else someone's got for you, you're basically saying no to yourself. I don't. And I'm sorry, guys, I went left, but there's just like a lot of real life stuff going on, and then these situations to where our own people are actually just mistreating us and have such negative things to say about someone that actually looks like them. It just it bothers me every time. I was born and raised in Dallas, Texas in the 80s and 90s. Um, sure, we didn't really get along with each other and all of that in some pockets. But for the most part, we stuck together, man. I don't, when times was tough, we stuck together. Like we banded together. Like we were celebrating Juneteenth here before Juneteenth really became a thing. Like, um, if there was something going on with somebody in the community, we would step in and try to help. That's gone. That doesn't exist anymore. And I think that this is just a direct result of that. Everybody's pretty much looking out for themselves and all of that other stuff, man. And it's just bothersome, man. Um, but anyway, I'm getting off subject. Getting back on the subject of fighting, though. Yes, Devin Haney won like he should have won. He evaded. He also effectively threw, great right hands. When he utilized his jab, it was very effective. Um, True, he did not throw very many punches, but also true, he didn't have to because of his great elusiveness and foot movement. It's not Devin's fault that Jose couldn't keep up. And that's no disrespect or no shot to Jose Ramirez. Jose Ramirez is actually a great fighter, okay? But in a fight, you have to use whatever advantages you have against your opponent. And if your advantage is actually movement and being able to evade, and then um, also being able to time and disrupt your opponent, it doesn't have to look pretty. Um, I'm just grateful that Devin put on a masterful display of boxing and that he actually came out on top, literally unscathed. So I don't know what more you could actually ask for as a real boxing fan. Now, someone that actually is a casual and just wants to see someone get punched in the face, sorry, not sorry. You just need to learn more about what the sweet science actually is and the different ways that it's executed. And then maybe you'll gain some patience for what you see. That's all I have for you. But on to the main event. The main event was Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Ramirez. Now, Rolly surprised a lot of people. A lot of people, I think the odds makers had it like, was it 5 to 1 or something like that? They didn't really give Rolly much of a chance, like at all. And to be quite honest with you, I did not initially think that Rolly was going to win the fight. Shout out to Junior the Truth, okay, big bro, Junior the Truth, who you can find on Punch Junkie Boxing. Oh, excuse me, thepunchjunkie.com. Um, is a huge Rolly Ramiro fan. Rolly Ramiro was a guy that has a very awkward style, but he is a very strong puncher. And when he throws his punches, he makes a sound, and that sound is nya. So, shout out to the nya movement and Rolly Ramiro getting the victory last night. Now, how he got that particular victory was this. Ryan Garcia, whom did not appear the way that he appeared at the Devin Haney fight, and he was at a higher weight. Okay, he's at a higher weight, which means that if you've trained properly, then you should probably attain more muscle mass because you're going up in weight. We did not see that. Ryan's body actually looked flat, um, as opposed to during the Devin Haney fight last year. He seemed to be very, very, what is the term, vascular and very well toned and muscular. He did not look like that this particular fight, and he has gone up in weight. Why he may look like that, officially, I am not sure. What I am sure of is that he, popped positive for some performance enhancing drugs and got his victory taken away. And now he's fighting Rolly Ramiro. And once he actually gets into the ring with Rolly Ramiro, the commentators are, of course, stating that, oh, yeah, Ryan is putting on a jab clinic and he's got control of this fight and XYZ. Round two, I believe, happens. Commentary is still pretty much the same. Oh yeah, Ryan Garcia is putting on a masterful performance, and he's. Oh wait a minute. Oh wait a minute. He got knocked down. Oh. And I think one of them asked, was he gonna be all right? Such concern. Such concern. I think that is hilarious. What y'all are really, really concerned about this man's well-being when people were actually sending memes and all kinds of distasteful pictures with Devin's backside in the air when he got knocked down, and they're all showing Devin getting knocked down and all of that, and oh, Ryan beat him up the whole fight. Well, if you look at the fight, besides rounds one, round seven, I think it was round 10, and then round 11, those 4 rounds, Ryan clearly won those, okay? But if you go back and actually look at those rounds in between, when Devin did not get knocked down, Devin won those particular rounds. But nobody talks about that because they can't, quote unquote, unsee what they just saw. So, on that same token, I can't unsee Ryan getting beat the hell up the whole fight because I'm going to act just as ignorant as y'all. Yeah, Ryan got beat up the whole fight. Oh, yeah, man, he got beat up the whole fight. You see Rolly knock him down, man, he was just sliding on his backside like he was on a water slide or something. Where are the funny memes about Ryan? Okay? Needless to say, after that particular knockdown, Ryan was very gun shy. He did not pull the trigger on the left hook. Rolly even mentioned that he did not pull the trigger on the left hook again. Um, and then Ryan proceeded to get bullied around the ring. Um, and then Rolly Ramiro actually won that fight. I think it was via majority decision. I think somebody was still looking out for Ryan, but he won majority decision. So after the fight, Ryan Garcia was seen crying in the car. Okay, yeah, he gonna cry in the car. Yeah, that was him. So no one seemed to have been making, these hilarious memes about people crying in the car and all of that. I'm very disappointed in Desi Banks and Haha Davis. I mean, this is your time to shine, baby. Where y'all at with the memes, man? Y'all ain't finna make fun of this man like y'all did Devin. Y'all ain't finna get on him like y'all got on Wilder. I mean, where the memes at, baby? Where the memes at? I mean, y'all are hilarious. Y'all really do hilarious content. I enjoy it most of the time. But y'all do stuff at the expense of our own people. But when it's the other people turn, you're gun shy because you don't want to seem like you quote unquote racist or whatever. And I understand that you trying to make sure that the money stay in the bank. I ain't I ain't got nothing to say about that. Okay. But if you gonna give it to people, give it to everybody. Okay, give it to everybody. Shit, Ryan Garcia deserve his turn. Shit, I know that y'all know that he got caught doing the PEDs with Devin, but I guess y'all can't unsee that either. Man, y'all get out of here, man. I told y'all it's gonna be one of them shows, man. I told y'all it's gonna be one of them shows. I done lost my little proper accent and everything. That's out the window. This Pleasant Grove coming out of me. And for those that don't know what Pleasant Grove is, it's a part of Dallas that's in the southeast sector of Dallas. Um, it is, you know, it's it's the hood. It's not the rap hood like Jay-Z say. Um, but I'm not claiming to be no street dude. Let me just go ahead and get that out the way. I ain't no street dude. As a matter of fact, I was I was an undercover nerd that enjoyed football and girls when I was growing up. That was it. Um, that was pretty much it. That was my life. You know, every now and again, if my friends get into fights or something like that, yes, I jump in and help out. But that's it. There, I'm not claiming to be some gangster or whatever. That was not me. Okay. Matter of fact, I was a big goofy MF that just liked to run around and do stuff with his friends. That's it. And chase girls around. Um, but but anyway, get back on the subject. Ryan Garcia was seen, crying in the car. Nobody had any energy or any smoke for that. I guess it just wasn't funny when it was his turn. But it's always hilarious, when our athletes get knocked down or take a loss or whatever the case may be. I mean, shit. To be quite honest with you, people, Bud fans were sending all kind of EJ getting beat up memes, after that fight. But yet and still, you got a guy like Ryan Garcia that has said some horrible things about black people. Um, yes, he did an apology for it. But his father has also said some horrible things about black people. Even called Bill Haney a nappy head, which you know what that means. It's a very racist term that people used um, when they got frustrated with us. There was no apology from Henry Garcia, who is Ryan's racist ass father. There's no apology from Henry Garcia as far as the nappy head comments at all. So I guess he get to get that off and just wobble off into the sunset. So major fuck you to Henry Garcia, and I mean that. Okay. I don't give a damn about Ryan beating me up or whatever the case may be. I'm in Dallas too. I'm sure that if Ryan come across me, he probably will whip my ass. He's supposed to be a professional fighter. So yeah, he's supposed to beat my ass. But I'm still not gonna take back what I said about Henry. Henry's a racist. He's a racist piece of trash. He's a racist piece of trash. He did not apologize for what he said to Bill Haney, and um, although I'm very disappointed in Coach James, I'm not going to abandon Coach James. I know that's a very controversial stance that I'm taking, uh, but for for forever, Coach James has actually represented Dallas very well. Um, just because I disagree with what he's actually doing, um, I can't I can't really just turn my back and abandon somebody like that that meant so much. Um, Shoot, if people ain't gonna give up on their crackhead family members, then why should I give up on somebody that we just don't see the same? We just don't see. We're not eye to eye right now. Is what I would probably say. We're not eye to eye right now. And shout outs to his brother, Coach Ahmad. Coach Ahmad, I owe you an apology. I'm sorry that I didn't stick with it, man. I am. That is one of my regrets that I have in life. I didn't stick with it. I let life get in the way, and I shouldn't have. I should have just. I should have stuck with it. So I'm sorry. I know time is something that you can't get back, and I'm deeply sorry, Coach Ahmad. But getting back on the subject. You know, I, I think Coach James got some unfair criticism as far as Ryan's performance. It's already people saying that Coach James didn't have him ready, quote unquote, and all that other crap, which is low to BS. He didn't. Ryan Garcia did not execute. Ryan Garcia did not execute anything at all. Okay, he just he clammed up. He got caught and he clammed up for the rest of the fight. That's not on Coach James. It is on Ryan Garcia to actually overcome adversity, listen to Coach James's fight plan, and then go execute that said fight plan. Ryan did none of the above, and then Ryan admittedly said that he couldn't do any of the above. Meanwhile, people are sympathizing with Ryan Garcia. Ryan starts off by saying that, it's been a tough year, as you guys know, and my mental health and all of that, but just buying a way out. And these people that quote unquote hold people accountable and, won't stand on excuses and all of that other stuff gave Ryan Garcia a pass during that press conference. They gave him a pass. Gave him a pass. I tell you, man, people that want to be quote unquote in the room so bad would sell their integrity for pennies on the dollar. Just to get a quote or something positive directed at them back. Meanwhile, you know, I haven't I haven't seen Devron's fight press conference, but I'm pretty sure that someone probably asked a pointed question as to, oh, well, was the movement a result of the Garcia fight? And, why were you so cautious in this particular fight? Is there something wrong or something like that? And then Devin has a clean cut victory. Ryan Garcia has a loss, and then the press conferences are totally different. I'm pretty sure that people are asking pointed questions about, oh well, why were you so elusive with Jose Ramirez? Like it's a smart fight plan to stay in there with a slugger. Like that's dumb. Oh my God. Okay. It's just oh boy. Sometimes sometimes other human beings are very, very difficult to understand. Is what I'd say. Um, it's just yeah, yeah. That's wild to me. I do not get that. But I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'll just go ahead and get this wrapped up for now. Thank you all so much for those that tuned in. I appreciate for those that tuned in, came in and supported. I appreciate y'all. Um, Thank you so much to tuning in to It's Just Me, hosted by Brent Fox. I guess this is a special rant edition of that. Y'all also go check out my brother's Coach 67 Sports TV. He is on YouTube and all other social media platforms. He has content regarding the Southern University. He has those spread out throughout the week, so look for those. We also have my brother Jared O. 11 Green, who hosts From a Black Man's Perspective on Saturdays. Usually those are Saturday morning at around 10 a.m. And then also he hosts the Southern Baller Show Sundays 3:30 p.m. Central Standard on YouTube. Um, yeah, just quality content from the brothers all around. And I definitely want to let them know that I dearly love and appreciate all my LDBC family. And I look forward to talking to y'all the next time.